Welcome back to Urban Legend Hunter. Tonight's story takes us deep in the Appalachian backcountry, where a couple went searching for lost gold. Just two people following the legend. But what happened out there still has no explanation. Now let's get into it. Evan and Laura weren't the kind of people you'd expect to vanish in the mountains. They were experienced hikers, both mid-30s, both obsessed with Appalachian history, the way some people get obsessed with old ghost towns or forgotten rail lines. For months, they had been studying survey maps from the early 1900s. They were looking for anything tied to an unofficial mining route rumored to hide an unclaimed pocket of gold ore. Old-timers in that part of Virginia swore the miners buried it after a collapse shut down the line. Most folks just laughed it off as folklore. But Evan didn't. One Friday morning last spring, Evan and Laura packed their gear, grabbed the metal detector, and hiked deep into the Pine Hollow Ridge. It's a trail that twists back on itself, and the woods start to feel heavier the further you go. They checked in with family that night, and everything was normal. That was the last time anyone heard their voices. By Monday morning, their SUV was still parked at the trailhead. Search teams went in immediately. Their first campsite was untouched, had staked fire out, food sealed, gear organized. No struggle, no animal signs, just abandoned. But what confused rescuers was the direction they went. Instead of following the creek like the map shows, Evan and Laura walked uphill into an unmarked section of forest. It was steep and rocky, thick with brush. Like, why would they do that? Half a mile later, searchers found the second campsite, if you call it that, just a flattened patch of dirt near a massive boulder. And on that boulder was a carving, a single horizontal line with 3 short slashes beneath it. It wasn't a symbol anyone recognized, but it wasn't graffiti, and it definitely wasn't natural. And around that boulder, there were 2 sets of footprints that looked like they walked in, but none walked out. And further along was a rope, a sturdy climbing rope, tied perfectly for lowering someone into a mine shaft. But the problem was, there was no shaft, just solid earth. The deeper the rescuers searched, the stranger things got. One team radioed in that they kept hearing tapping, like rocks clicking together in the trees. Another said their GPS kept drifting in circles around the marked boulders. But there was no signs of a fall, no tracks, nothing disturbed. Evan and Laura just disappeared in a 3-mile square area that searchers walked through dozens of times. It makes no sense then, and it still makes no sense now. And after 7 days, the search was called off. They were never found. They were presumed missing. The gold they were searching for was never proven to exist, but something in those woods definitely does. To this day, nobody knows what happened to Evan and Laura.